Hi, entrepreneurs! Again, this is Hannah from Ion Business Consultancy. And today, we have the privilege of speaking with an inspiring leader, the CEO of Ion Business Consultancy, a trailblazer in empowering entrepreneurs and businesses through her expert guidance on registration, compliance, and growth. She's not just a CEO. She's a leader, and yes, a mentor. And mostly, my very own boss, which makes this interview more special today. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to the amazing Miss Joanne Bongkai. It's an honor to have you here today, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi, ma'am. How are you feeling today?
Thank you for asking. I'm great, and of course, I'm also excited to share something with you guys today.
Yeah, and also we are excited about what we can learn from you, Ma'am Joanne. And yeah,
Hopefully.
we'd love to know who really is Joanne Bongkai.
Well, I am a mom, life partner, a business owner, a friend, a daughter, a sibling, and I think a mentor to a lot of people, especially to our employees. But I want to articulate my identity in each role para lang din mas makilala ako ninyo and ng mga makakapanood nito. As a mom, isa akong very supportive. I think naging very supportive ako sa anak ko this year lang. Kasi before, super strict na gusto ko. Everything is in place. I think as a mother, ganun talaga. But right now, parang mas natutunan ko na i-embrace yung motherhood na hindi kailangang maging super stricto sa anak. I just want him to enjoy life, and I want to instill in him the values of resilience and kindness. Para habang lumalaki siya, alam kong hindi siya mapapariwara kasi yun yung meron siya. And as a partner in life naman, this is something that I really want to share kasi yung partner mo sa buhay ang magbibigay sa'yo ng determination and support. So, in this relationship, I think I value connection and yung mutual support that we have. So, I would say na sa partnership na to, talagang parehas kami na nagsosuportahan. Kasi sa mga hindi nakakaalam, we started from zero talaga. Like, 2016, dun pa lang kami nag-start ng business. And what I really love, this role, alam mo yung support na nakakuha ko sa partner ko is, I think, the reason why I excel in everything because he let me be who I wanted to be. And that's something that I wanna cherish talaga. Kasi alam kong merong sa aking nakasuporta na talagang pinupush ako ng pinupush. And then, from the time na naging kami sa relasyon na to, talagang hindi nagbago. Even now, na nagkaroon ako anak, I can still be the Joanne Bongkai na noon, 10 years ago. So, walang nabago. Mas nadagdagan lang, and that's to be, I became a better person lalo. So, medyo napahaba. Pero, as I think, as a business owner, I am a very dedicated entrepreneur building a successful businesses na align doon sa values ko and then sa visions ko. So, I think yan yung kasi parang naging business owner ako 7 years ago or 8 years ago. And also, as a daughter naman, ito yung parang time na nung nag-give back ako sa sa parents ko. Yung tipong lahat ng hindi nila kailangang humingi sa akin ng, let's say, support. Talagang nagbibigay ako kasi parang bilang anak, I don't know kung naniniwala ka dito na parang hindi natin obligasyon na buhayin sila, pero naniniwala ako na mas magiging successful ka pag naging mabuting anak ka. Pero hindi ko naman din ginagawa to para mas maging successful. talagang ever since, yun gusto kong maging mabuting anak regardless kung ano yung status ko sa buhay. And I think as a sibling naman, sa mga kapatid ko, I'm trying to be barkada and talagang nag-reach out ako, naniniwala ako na habang umaangat ka daw sa laylayan, actually talagang personal belief ko to, na mas gusto kong ako yung mag-reach out sa kanila kasi baka naisip nila nagbago na ako. And as a friend naman, ako yung friend na talagang, parang when I love the person, pagka-friend ko talaga, yung support ko talagang unconditional. So, that's me. And being a mentor naman, kaya nadagdag ko yung mentor kasi marami sa ngayon na talagang ginaguide ko, especially yung mga employees. And I think kasama ko doon. So, masaya ako na nakakapagbigay ako ng something na na-experience ko na and also na-share ko sa mga tao, especially sa mga employees. So, that's Joanne Boncay.
Wow, that's great. Habang nakikinig po ako, what really amazed me or caught me is yung nare-realize ko how strong the foundation you have, especially your support system. And what really caught me there also is you want to instill your values to your child or to your son. Siguro, yun din po yung nakuha nyo sa parents nyo. And gradually, habang lumalaki kayo, mas lalo siyang nagiging stronger with your experiences. And na-realize ko lang din na parang nararanasan din namin as employees na
Thank you.
As a mom ng company, nararanasan namin kung ano yung gusto mong iparanas sa anak mo. And yes, Ma'am Joanne, aside from being a mentor, a business owner, wife, kapatid, and even anak, gusto kong malaman how really IEN started. Kasi, di ba, you're a business owner. So, how was the transition of being a mom, of being a daughter and a sister, to being a businesswoman?
Well, it's a long story kung paano nagkaroon ng transition. But let's start with how IEN started. So, IEN began with a vision to help. Yun talaga, to help and resolve a problem. Nag-start ng lahat ng to sa isang problema at nakaisip ako ng isang solusyon. So, at yung solusyon na yun na yung nagbigay ng lahat ng kung nasaan man ngayon si IEN, kung nasaan ako, kung bakit naging IEN. So, to give you a little background lang talaga, 2014 na nag-start ako na mag-business. And then, akala ko noon, ang pagbe-business is, pag may business ka na, madali ka ng, mayaman ka na, may pera ka. Hindi pala ganun siya kadali. Hindi yun yung nakikita natin outside, na parang, pag may business, super, madami kang pera. First business ko is laundry shop. And then, that time, empleyado ako. So, hindi talaga siya yung priority ko. I'm a very workaholic person. So, talagang nandun ako ang priority ko is yung kumpanya na pinagtatrabaho. Mayroon lang nangyari na na-tax map ako ng BIR. I'm also an accounting graduate. Ako, ang ginagawa ko doon yung accounting works sa company. Pero sarili kong business na itinayo ko, doon ko na-realize na hindi ko pala siya nagagawa nung na-tax map ako ng BIR. So, nagka-problema. In short, sabi ko nga kanina, nag-start yun sa pag-solve ng problema. So, nagka-problema ako sa business, na-tax map ako, merong mga, kumbaga, hindi ako na-comply. So, parang yun yung naging, parang katok or naging eye-opener sa akin na, parang, kumbaga, tignan ko yung side nung paano ako ma-resolve yung problem. So, in short, na-solve ko siya, pero doon ako nakapag-isip na what if yung iba ma-experience to, tapos hindi sila aware. So, yun na yung parang nag-start ako na mag-offer ng compliances, lahat na. And then, unti-unti, nagkaroon ako ng mga clients, pero working pa din. So, parang sinasabay ko lang. Para siyang naging
Side hustle.
Yeah, side hustle. Tapos, nung 2016, parang unti-unti na dumadami na. And doon ko talaga mas na-realize na, okay. So, it's really about solving problem talaga. And then ngayon, ang nangyari na is parang we're really helping talaga yung mga individuals or small business entrepreneurs or even yung mga existing na, yung mga gusto pang mag-business. to really help them navigate their business. Kasi yung complexities ng business dito lalo sa ngayon, iiba na talaga. So that's it. Doon lang kumbaga doon lang talaga nag-start. And until now, yun yung pinangahawakan namin ng business ng IEN is to help them navigate their business. Help them na mas maging okay yung pagtayo nila na yung business. So parang ano na nga lagi na nga namin sinasabi na right now, yung IEN talaga is parang one-stop shop na From formation to operation. And when I say operation, hindi lang siya yung operation na parang after you okay na, mag-ooperate ka na, parang hindi na namin siya gagawin or parang hindi na namin kayo i-guide. Yung guidance na binibigay namin, hindi lang dun sa pagsisimula ng business nyo, pati yung pag-operate and then on how you will sustain your business para mas mag-grow pa. Kaya nga 'di ba yung tagline natin, let us do the job for you.
Ayan. Thank you, Ma'am Joanne. What really strikes me there naman, again, ang business owner hindi lang talaga gustong kumita. A great business owner knows what is really need of the community. So, kayo hindi lang taga business owner, but at the same time, creative na to solve the problem. So, hindi lang talaga pagbebenta, guys. So, yun. Thank you, Ma'am Joanne.
Idagdag ko lang, kasi 'di ba lagi niyo itong narinig sa akin na totoo yun. If you really want to build a business, do not focus on having an income. Kasi income is for me, is a secondary na lang siya. If you want to have a business, focus on solving problem and helping others, helping serve others so that yung pera kusa siyang darating.
Yeah.
Kasi pag nag-offer ka, anything na i-offer mo, meron kang i-offer mo ng something that can resolve their problem, their issues, or the situation, and after that, saka sila magbabayad. Usually, ganun talaga yung nangyayari. So, for me, but I'm not saying nga, sa lahat ng makakapanood nito, I'm not saying na hindi importante yung pera. But, importante of course, pero dapat ginagawa natin yon kumbaga lang, hindi dapat yung maging North Star natin yung pera. Dapat nakafocus tayo dun to really help and serve others talaga. Para yung pera, parang flowing na lang siya.
Yeah. A great mindset of a business leader is a problem solver.
Yes.
Thank you, Ma'am. And really, who is IEN naman po? IEN Business Consultancy in the business industry. As you mentioned kanina na ang naging goal natin or ni IEN is to really help the businesses with their problems when it comes to their legal or being compliant.
I think for the past 6 years, kasi we started talaga 2016 and since then, nag-offer na kami ng mga ganitong services, BR compliances, tapos parang registration. So, I think what we created is a reputable firm known for its comprehensive services. But before kasi, ang pinaka-mission namin is to really help individuals who wants to start their business. Then, this year 2024, talagang nagbago. Mas in-improve namin, hindi lang doon sa mga gustong mag-start, mas marami kami ngayon na clients na hindi lang existing na, mas malalaking company na. Before kasi parang ayokong, hindi yun yung pinaka-focus ko. I really want to help kasi katulad ko na nag-start before na gusto ko yung pagsisimula nila, yun yung mas mag-guide namin. But later on, na-realize namin, or actually, na-discover namin this year na ang dami-dami palang businesses din na matagal nang existing pero wala silang proper documentation, proper compliance sa government. So, talagang ngayon nagkaroon kami ng transition na wala na kaming pinipili. Lahat ng kailangan ng services, yung market namin mas expand kumbaga. Hindi lang doon sa gustong magsimula, even yung nagsisimula na, even yung malalaking company. Kasi right now, meron din ng mga kliyente si IEN na outside, kumbaga mga foreigner. Yung mga foreigner na pumupunta dito at magbe-business, and even yung nag-start sila ng business nila sa abroad and then nag-branch out sila dito, pati yun kinikater na namin. So that's something na I want our audience na mas i-look forward nila sa IEN kasi talagang mas nag-expand kami ng services namin this year and mas lalo namin pagbubutihan for next year.
Yes. Yan. Tama ka, Ma'am Joanne. Kasi, yung sa business talaga, hindi lang talaga yung, halimbawa, hindi rason yung pagiging walang benta, kaya malulugi ang negosyo. But rather, karamihan sa negosyo, ang nakakamatay sa negosyo is yung pagiging not legally operating, di ba po? So, ang galing lang ng service ni IEN kasi it really aims to help businesses. Hindi lang sa malalaki, at mas lalong para sa mga maliliit na nagsastart pa lang ng negosyo.
Gusto ko yung sinabi mo ang nakakamatay.
Mm.
Other word, yung parang pag ang nakakamatay nung hindi ka compliant. Di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi pag hindi ka nag-comply, doon hindi ka compliant, ibig sabihin, nag-register ka na. Pero ang dami rin sa atin kasi ng mga na-encounter natin na hindi pa talaga sila register. So, yun din, if you really want your business to expand or mas makilala, register your business with us and we will help you talaga.
Opo. Yes. And kanina po na-mention nyo kung paano nag-start si IEN. And I believe narinig ko kanina na sabi mo is nagkaroon ka ng encounter o being non-compliant. And ngayon po na marami na kayong in-offer na services sa IEN as a business owner, paano po kayo naka-cope doon sa being non-compliant? Or yung encounter nyo or experience of being non-compliant?
I just decided to do the right thing. Yun lang naman yung pinaka-ano ko doon. And actually, meron din akong kasi syempre, naiintindihan ko pag mag-i-start ka, parang ang yung paano ko to gagawin. Alam mo naman, alam mong parang may kailangan kang i-improve pero hindi mo siya ginagawa. Pero hindi siya mas mag-grow lalo kung hindi mo pipiliin yung tama. In business registration, marami talaga tayo na kailangang alamin kung paano yung mas magko-comply tayo ng tama. Pero pagdating sa business, hindi ka mag-grow, hindi ka makakakuha ng madaming kliyente kung hindi ka rin talaga magre-register. Just like IEN, since 2016, meron kaming clients na 5 hanggang nag-10, 5, 10, parang paano lang siya. Then, nung niregister namin siya, 2019, from 5 to dire-diretso na, and ngayon hundreds of clients na ang nasa-serve namin. Pag na-register mo kasi siya, or halimbawa pag nag-comply ka na, merong meron ng accountability na hindi mo siya pwede nang pabayaan. So, kaya mayroong mga, hindi ko nila lahat, and I have nothing against doon sa mga nagbe-business na wala pang registration or wala pang papel. Pero based on experience and experience na rin ng mga other clients ni IEN, mas nagiging unstoppable ang business pag ni-register mo.
Yes.
Kasi you can market your business anywhere.
Tama. And ano po yung feeling, the moment na yun nga, sabi niyo po kanina na tax map kayo. And can you share us, ano po yung feeling ng isang business owner na nagkaroon ng ganung problema? And ano po yung masasabi niyo sa mga business owner na ito ba yung dapat yung kahinatnan or ito ba yung point na para mag-decide kayo na ay, kailangan ko na pala na mag-register ng business ko?
First, yung feeling na parang wala naman akong ginawa. Hindi ko wala naman akong ginawa at hindi naman mali yung ginagawa ko, parang ganyan. But, of course, meron tayong, once na nag-business ka, merong kailangan kang sundin na batas na hindi na yung batas na yun, yung magsasabi sa'yo kung ginagawa mo ng tama o hindi, yung obligation mo bilang business owner. So, nung time na yun talaga, parang, of course, nagalit ako. Kasi parang, ang una kong reaction, which is may kakarelate dito, lahat ng mga business owners, wala man nga akong pera eh. Wala akong pera, tapos bibigyan niyo pa ako ng ganitong penalty. Kasi na-penalize ako, I think that's 25,000. And I paid talaga. Parang na yun eh, sweldo ko na yun eh. So, parang doon ko na-feel na, kailangan ko talagang ayusin yung business ko. Kailangan kong alamin kung ano yung mga obligations ko. Kaya ako, marinig lagi sa akin ng mga clients, even to my vlogs na, know your obligations. Paulit-ulit, know your obligations.
Know your obligations.
Bago ka mag-business. Kasi kung hindi mo alam yon, mag-end up ka lang din sa mag-give up na lang ako kasi ang dami palang kailangan gawin. We even, 'di ba? Kasi parang we encourage everyone na gustong mag-business na i-register nyo. But for you register your business, know your obligations. That's number one. Hindi mo pwedeng sumaba ka sa isang bagay na hindi mo alam kung ano yung consequences ng papasukin mo.
Yes. Huwag sasaba kung hindi alam yung consequences. And ayun nga, hindi dapat maging endpoint ng mga business owner na bago ka mag-register o bago ka mag-operate legally is ma-tax up ka muna or magkaroon ka muna ng penalty for being non-compliant.
Yes.
And yun nga, Ma'am Joanne, hindi lang naman talaga business registration yung kinikater natin. And with our current clients, ano po yung mga usual na nai-encounter natin na problem nila na we tend to really help them?
Number one, aside from hindi talaga naka-register yung business, ang dami. Again, I have nothing against with business owners na hindi pa nara-register
Yes.
kasi galing po ako dyan. Pero isa yun talaga sa madaming concerns at nare-receive natin na minsan ilang buwan na, ilang years na nag-ooperate yung mga business nila, then hindi sila registered. That's number one. Number two, yung may registration pero hindi sila nagko-comply. Wala silang non-comply. Halimbawa, di ba meron tayong obligasyon sa BIR, meron tayong obligasyon sa LGU. Ang pinaka-worst I think na na-encounter ko is hindi alam ng business owner na nire-renew yung permit.
Yan.
Hindi rin nila alam na kailangan pala ng permit. Akala nila pag nag-register ka dyan sa BIR, parang forever na yan. Meron po tayo monthly filing na tinatawag. Ngayon, nagawa na siyang quarterly, meron tayong yearly na pag hindi mo siya ginawa, meron siyang penalty.
Yes.
At hindi mo malalaman yon kung hindi mo alam na meron pala talagang siyang obligation. So that's why babalik lang tayo,
Know your obligations.
And then meron naman na halimbawa nagko-comply nga pero hindi tama yung pag-comply. Also number 3 siguro yung pinaka-latest is ito nangyari to sa akin din sa company, yung walang proper process ng buong operation, ng accounting, kung paano yung tamang pag-record ng sales, dapat may monthly report ka. Very important yun kasi yun yung magbibigay sa'yo ng direction eh. Sa'yo yung magbibigay sa owners ng kung paano ka makakapag-decide ng business. Ang daming walang ganun. Which I encourage everyone na, especially dun sa mga mag-i-start pa lang or even sa mga nag-i-start, na kumuha kayo ng firm or accountant na talagang pwede niyong pagkatiwalaan at maibibigay sa inyo, mag-guide kayo doon sa business niyo para mas mag-grow pa yung business niyo.
Tama po kayo dyan. And nabanggit niyo po kanina, ma'am, yung usual na na-encounter natin sa mga kliyente is yung hindi nila alam na yung obligation kung kailan mag-file or kailan And nabanggit niyo po kanina, yung renewal of business. Kailan nga po pa yun, ma'am?
Yung renewal kasi sa LGU is every January siya, every year. So, ang renewal niyan sa mga may business po dito na nakaregister ng mayor's permit, every January. So, from January 2, of course, not January 1 kasi holiday pa yun. From January 2 to January 20, yun yung time na lahat ng benta nyo ng buong taon ng, let's say, 2024, yun yung kailangang ipakita nyo doon or yun yung actually doon yung magiging basis kung magkano yung babayaran nyo for mayor's permit ng 2025. So, yun. Ang deadline nun is January 20.
Yes. And yan, maging obligated tayo sa mga bagay na yan. And thank you, Ma'am Joanne. So, let's dive with another question. You as the owner of IN and multiple businesses, how was it po, the struggle of handling these people and managing this day-to-day operation of the businesses at the same time? How do you find these obligations?
You know what? Balancing multiple responsibilities requires a lot of strong time management and delegations. Delegations talaga, as in delegations. Kung hindi mo i-delegate, mas mahihirapan ka.
Yes.
So ako, nandun ako mas kailangan ko itong ma-delegate sa mga tao. And paano ko siya ma-delegate? I prioritize building and developing a strong team that I can trust, allowing me to focus on strategic decisions. And they handle, especially sa IEN, may time ako dun sa mga strategic decisions as the CEO, as the president, while they handle the day-to-day operations. Of course, pinaka-importante dito yung open communications and yung regular meetings to ensure that we are aligned. So, importante yon na parang yung alignment, nag-delegate ka, but hindi ibig sabihin na na-delegate mo na, hahayaan mo na. And gusto ko yung idagdag sa sinabi yung trust. Sobra akong nagtitiwala sa mga tao, sa inyo, na kaya nyo yung trabaho. That's how I delegate yung responsibilities. Kaya, minsan pag may nagsasabi sa akin, parang, paano mo nagagawa yan? Hindi ko siya masabing nagagawa ko kasi hindi ako yung gumagawa. Ang gumagawa nito yung mga tao sa likod, mga employees, parang yun nga, ako lang yung nag-iisip, ako lang yung parang bumubuo minsan ng mga ideas. Well, actually, minsan yung ideas na yun nanggagaling pa sa kanila. Sobrang importante sa akin yung makuha ko yung lahat ng opinions nila. Ako yung klase ng leader na gusto kong mas mapakinggan lahat ng tao, lahat ng empleyado, para talagang, kasi sabi nga sa na nabasa ko na to, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with other people. So, yun lagi kong iniisip. Pero I know na yung ibang mga business owners, managers out there, hindi sila makakalis. Ang hirap mag-delegate. Kasi, di ba, when you delegate, paano kung hindi nga tama? So, you have to believe in them. Kung it's not really kailangan, talagang nagtitiwala ako, bumibilib ako sa kanila na kaya nila yung trabaho. And of course, I always value yung tao namin, yung mga empleyado.
Yes, ma'am. And sa tingin ko, ma'am, what really, yung pinoportray mo is a leader, or a good leader is a great listener. Kasi yun po yung nakikita namin sa inyo. And also, grabe yung trust. Kasi for me, delegation and trust is inseparable thing. Hindi dapat sila nawawala. Or kulang yung isa, delegation, kapag walang trust. While you build this trust, you also build the character of your employees or your people. Kasi you're trusting them that they will enhance their skills as well. So, yes, ma'am. Also, aside from being a CEO or founder of IEN, or as a business owner, sino po talaga kayo sa IEN, aside from that?
Well, I wear many hats within IEN. So, ang
Wow.
dami. Beyond leadership, I am deeply involved in employee and client relations. Sa natin ito, sa usapan natin ito kanina pa, lagi mong maiisa yung relations.
Yes.
Even sa vision ng company, sa mission ng company, nandun yung relationship. Talaga ako, yun yung number one sa akin, to build relationship with clients. But of course, before the clients, meron munang empleyado.
Yes.
So, alam niyo to na lagi kong sinasabi na priority yung empleyado so that you can also prioritize yung client. So, kayo muna. So, parang involved ako dun sa strategic planning, mentoring ng team. So, isa yun sa mga ginagawa ko talaga. And also, gusto kong siguro yung isa pa na ko sa IEN is, I want to be updated doon sa trends.
Yes.
'Di ba? So kahit na halimbawa, meron ng mga nag-handle ng iba't ibang department, especially now, ako totally involved in operation, but still, I really want to be updated kung ano yung mga nangyayari. Kasi at the end of the day, I'm still, kumbaga, dinadala ko yung pangalan ng IEN. So, para mas makapag-provide pa ng mas magandang services. Actually, since nga sabi ko nga sa'yo, priority ko yung empleyado. So, gusto kong mas maging updated. Ano yung mga dapat maibigay, ano yung mga dapat na support ng employees. Para, once na updated ako, yun yung mas maibibigay ko din. And then, you do the rest. Yung lahat ng employees, sila na yung gagawa doon sa mga trabaho and then sa clients.
Ayun, tama yun, Ma'am Joanne, kasi narinig ko nga sa inyo, and lagi namin naririnig, it is more important or pivot talaga yung pagkakaroon ng deep relationship or connection, not just sa employee, but also with your clients. Kasi what really maintains a relationship is a good communication din. And yun po yung na-experience namin with you. And as a business owner, with this many hats or roles in life, ano po yung piece of advice na may bibigay mo, not just to inspire, but also to guide those people who are planning to start a business or even those who are already in the business?
Siguro may advice is for those who want to start and even in nasa business na,
yes,
to really embrace resilience and adaptability. Bakit resilience? Kasi kung papasok ka sa isang business tapos hindi matatag yung loob mo, you will definitely fail. Hindi ka magdedire-diretso kasi panghihinaan ka. And adaptability naman, constant yung changes na nangyayari dito sa mundo, even sa business. So, dapat maging adaptable tayo. Ma-adapt natin lahat ng pagbabago, tapos lahat ng mga kailangan nating mas i-improve. Kasi ano yan dapat hindi rin tayo matakot na mag-fail. Kasi yung failure yung mas magbibigay sa atin ng drive. I remember nung nag-konting talk ako sa annual planning natin, natutunan ko to kay John Maxwell. Sabi niya, there's 5 process of success. Number 1 is enter. Pag sumubok ka, halimbawa mag-business ka, so syempre, papasukin mo yung pagnegosyo and you will fail. Definitely, you will fail. After ng fail, ano yung natutunan mo doon? You have to learn from that failure. Number 4 is, from that failure, ano yung pwede mong i-improve? So, may na-improve ka na, you do it again.
Re-enter.
That's number 5, re-enter.
Yes.
So, sobrang importante yon na talagang pag pumasok ka sa pagninegosyo, kung hindi matatag yung loob mo, mag-ipon ka muna. Kasi ako, pag sinasabi, alam nyo to, or kilala nyo na ako, hindi ko na din alam kung saan ako kumukuha ng tapang, ng lakas, or ng resiliency. Pero talagang, ando na siya Mas nadadagdagan pa. And then, yung pag-adapt ko doon sa, syempre, yung adaptability, nandyan yung maraming pumapasok mga Gen Z. Gen Z ka, no?
Yes.
So, merong iba-iba. Sa pagpasok mo sa isang negosyo, pag nagkaroon ka na ng maraming tao, 1, 2, 3, 4, doon ka na magkakaroon ng paano nga ba mo mababalanse yung... Kasi minsan, yung pag-guide mo sa isang empleyado, hindi siya tulad doon sa isa. So, iba-iba. So, dapat talagang may ano ka doon, may tapang ka doon. But of course, nandun dapat pa rin yung humility. Yung pagiging makatawag nating tanggalin. So, kahit ng tapang mo, babalik ka lang doon sa kailangan nating intindihin. Papasok doon yung yung pag-unawa pa din at the end of the day. So, lahat ng to, ano pa rin it's really kindness Lahat ng gagawin natin sa pagninegosyo, yun ba, always do the right thing. For me, yun lang.
Yes. And to summarize, parang ang nakuha ko po din is humility. Nabanggit po ni Ma'am Joanne yung kindness, yung understanding. And without this, you can never be successful, right? And isa sa mga takeaway ko nung annual is yung 5 cycle po yan. Yung TIFDR, ginawan ko siya ng mnemonics actually for me to remember. The test, the failure, the learning or improve, and then re-enter. So napakagandang advice po and sana madami kayong napulot na learnings as well as advice with the interview today with Miss Joanne, the CEO of IEN Business Consultancy. And other than that po, meron pa po ba kayong gustong i-promote or anything else na gusto niyong sabihin with the businesses or business owner na nakikinig and even nag-watch po ng video natin today?
To all business owners, well, hindi lang po business owners, sa lahat ng gustong tayo ng business, even yung mga existing business na, lalo yung gustong magtayo ng business, hindi po namin dito pinipili kung anong industry. Lahat po, kaya namin kayong i-cater. I-promote ko na din yung SEB Equipment. SEB Equipment and Supply Corporation. Ito yung trading company. Actually, same, si SEB Equipment is halos same din naman kasi ni IEN. Pero what we do in SEB, isa lang ang focus namin, yung mga gusto pong magtayo ng laundry shop. Kanina nabanggit ko earlier sa interview na ang first business ko po is laundry shop. So, masasabi kong expertise ko ang paglalaba. Kung nakikita sa video yung machine dito, ito po isa sa mga business namin. We also have food business in Mandaluyong City. Malapit po din sa office ng IEN. So sana ma-visit nyo. And for balikan ko yung SEB Equipment, nag-handle po kami ng mga individuals or even existing business owners na gustong magtayo ng business. Very yung business kasi na laundry shop ay talagang sobrang even up to now kasi talagang lahat ng mga gustong pumasok ngayon sa business, pinakamadali ang laundry shop kasi wala kang masyadong intindihin, konti yung operational cost nito. So, what I mean is yung hindi mo siya masyadong kailangan ng maraming tao. The only fixed cost sa laundry shop is rent and salary. So, I hope you can visit our office. We have office in Davao and Bicol. And we also sell different kinds of appliances. Nagkaroon na kami ng 2024. Meron na kaming mga appliances na ino-offer aside from, of course, commercial laundry machine. So, we do the laundry setup and yeah, For the food business naman, you can visit our Facebook page. I think ipapalagay ko na lang yung link sa chat box or sa whatever.
Yeah.
And then for IEN, yes, masasabi ko po na I think yun nga, isa kami sa mga reputable firm dito sa Metro Manila, and even outside Metro Manila, kaya po namin kayong i-cater. Pag lalo halimbawa kung BR compliances, hindi po ibig sabihin na wala kayo sa Manila, hindi na namin kayo pwedeng i-cater kasi we also have client in Davao, Bicol, Cebu. Sabihin nyo lang kung nasaan po kayong lugar din, pwede natin siyang pag-usapan. Kasi yung mga services namin talaga, we offer tailored fits doon sa kung ano yung kailangan ng business ninyo. Or kung ano yung kailangan nyo na sa mga magsisimula pa lang mag-business. I am very passionate helping you guys kasi nag-start po ako as empleyado, nag-start po ako sa walang alam, nag-start ako sa from zero nga. And then ngayon na nandito ako, kaya kong tumulong at kaya kong magbigay ng support doon sa mga gustong magsimula at doon sa gusto pang mas ma-improve. Ang dala-dala ko po lagi is yung experiences na meron ako since I started the business. Experiences ng maraming clients namin. I think more than hundreds of clients na na-serve namin. More than hundreds of clients na nakakausap ko simula nang nag-start yung business. So alam ko na meron kaming something na pwedeng i-offer sa inyo na alam kong madadala nyo hindi lang sa pag-open ng business, even sa pag-operate ng business. Kasi po sa business, the real mantra of success talaga is sustainability and growth. And kaya gusto ko lang pong iwanan sa inyo na it's all about integration for you to be effective as you navigate your business. Thank you.
You guys wanna experience convenience? Just choose IEN and we will do the job for you. Once again, thank you, Ma'am Joanne, for having us today.
Thank you so much also.
Bye, guys.